Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 10 with the Montreal Canadiens Return to Glory. If you're last with us, you would have seen that we did it again. We managed to be champions, did pretty well too, and now it's the off season and it's crunch time. It's whether we decide to move forward with the team that we end up having or we end up making minor changes. So currently this is what's on our books for next season. We did manage to sign Suzuki to a little bit lesser of a deal of what he was getting paid before, so a million less, which is pretty good. But he is 29, so by the time he's like 35 or whatever, it'll be he'll probably be like a fifth or third liner or something like that, third or fourth liner. But yeah, that would be a lot to pay for him. He does want a no movement clause, which I think only means that we can't send him down, but we can probably trade him still. Um, And then Cole Caulfield's going to be next year. Lafreniere will have to make that decision. Benson's definitely going to get signed as well. Owen Beck might be the casualty. And then Joe Iginla. Hopefully he doesn't blow up this year so we can extend him for not that much. And then Zachary Morin we end up signing this year, but he's only a 2-year contract. And then our defense is all shored up. Vernhoff actually won player of the playoffs, so I was kind of hoping that didn't happen because I think that might have contributed us to having to pay him more. But between him and Huang only getting paid around 4 million each, it's pretty good. Reinbacher might end up being the casualty. He is 24, but depending on how well our players do, with Huang, Sharp, and Vernhoff, and now Prudhomme as well. That's pretty much our core. So our bottom line can be a little bit more mishmashy. Probably someone like Adam Janicic or maybe Logan Quinn as well end up kind of slotting into those roles. So it's not too bad. And then we still have Oninger for 2 years, this year and next year. That will probably cost us a pretty penny. It's probably going to ask for like 11 million. So we're going to have to find another goalie from now until then. And then these guys are probably just not good enough to start for us. We might even say goodbye to McIsaac and Swanepoel. I think we just signed them too. But yeah, they're going to start off in our AHL for sure. But so far, our team looks pretty good. It says with the amount of players that we have, we're 3 million over the cap. Next year it says 22, but keep in mind, I think that's just having 41 players in our roster. So currently, in terms of cap hit, though, it is still Suzuki, Caulfield, Oninger, Slakowski, and Lafreniere that end up costing the most. So even Lafreniere might end up being the casualty. He is doing well at 27, but we will definitely have to focus more on like Benson and players like that. Even Celebrini's not doing that well, but he still has 4 years under contract. And Massar we end up signing as well. I think, what did we sign him for? Massar is 4.5. So even that's kind of a bit more than what we were expecting. It's pretty much double than what he was making before. But we just did a little bit of spring cleaning. I will show you the transactions that we end up doing. These are the players that we end up extending. Rinbrick now is 2.5. Avankovic is for 3 years, 1 million. Vernhoff, 4 million. Prudhomme is 3 million. Suzuki is 6.8. And then we end up trading away Getzlav and Graziano for third and a second for I think not next year and the year after, or next year and the year after that. So we end up trading away for that. And then Toropchenko, we end up extending. It wasn't that much, so he's a pretty good fourth liner, third liner. Philip Massar, Hopkins, Denoyer, and then Saliev, we end up trading away for 2 seconds. And then we gave up Connor Schmidt and Gabe Smith for a second and a first this year. Gabe Schmidt actually looks really good, but I mean, when you see the amount of players that we end up having, it's kind of difficult to accommodate for that. Old school defenseman probably would have been very good for us, but he couldn't even make the roster last year, and our team is pretty much the same as it was then. So we'll just jump to the draft. So here's the draft lottery. Yeah, as I said, we have the 14th pick, so I don't think it moves at all from there. Yeah, so we end up getting the 14th. I think that was the best trade that we could have got for him. I think the only other one is, looked like everything kind of went the way that it was supposed to. I think the best we could have got was Boston or Carolina's, and Carolina would have been just behind us, so I don't think there's anyone that good in this draft, but you never know. So, especially if the player that we're probably not going to end up playing, might as well just get rid of him for what we can. So we have a 14th pick and a 32nd pick, but then we have, wow, we have 4 picks within like 8 picks between each other, so that'll be huge, though. I think these picks are going to be the biggest ones. Yeah, we're still win now. And then, yeah, we end up trying to get this guy just to kind of see Bednar as well. But again, they might just end up spending most of the time in our AHL anyways, or losing them to waivers. But you got to take a shot at some of the guys, I guess. Quick look actually here at some of the staff that we end up getting. Daniel Alfredson, Patrice Brisebois, Alex Burrow, Dan Cloutier, even Ty Conklin. Mike Ellis, we grabbed Jeff Friesen, a bunch of old school guys. I think we had some that retired. We have Cujo, Ken Klee, Olaf Kolzig, Leo Komarov, Steve Konovalchuk, Tom Kostapalus, whatever. Nick Cronwall, Evgeny Nabalkov, Mike Myers, but that's not the same Mike Myers, obviously. Teppo Numinen, Chris Osgood, Stanislav Zilinch, I think Stefan Robidas was a player as well. Jeff Sanderson was definitely a player. Scott Stevens, Matt Sundin, Pierre Turgeon. I think Mike Yeo was Carolina's coach or something like that. But no, I found that kind of cool. Yeah, no, Danny Gauthier. Is there anyone else? Oh yeah, Vinny LeCavalier is one of our scouts. That I think you guys saw that before, but that was pretty cool. And I think that's it. I don't remember anyone else. But yeah, we're pretty much just grabbing every single old player that we could possibly get. Yeah, it looks like goalie's the top player. I guess if we could probably get him, that'd be amazing. But I doubt that he's going to be available. It'll be the first time that I see a goalie draft first, though. Armstrong. Oof. Pick number 7. Okay. If Moeller is available, we'll probably be taking him. No, he's gone to Sharks. All right, let's go top 3. Then Joseph is projected to be number 8. So currently there's still number 1 and let's see, Demirande, 55. Okay, so top 3 picks are still available. This guy looks good. Yeah, he looks like the best player out of all of them. Yeah, we want him. We want Wiskick. And Wiskick ends up going 6 to Nashville. We might have to remember that. Might have to try and make a trade there. Alright, let's see. 17, pick number 17, and we're at pick. I know what we need actually. Says we have no weakness. Probably lefty. Pick number 4, yeah. That looks right. Let's check this guy out first. Pick number 6. So currently we can get 4, which is a left defense, or 6. I mean, his current ability is better. Point shooter. We already have a bunch of point shooters. 82 grade last year in the OHL. He's an OHL guy too. 4.5 star is what it's showing here. Yeah, we'll take the guy that's saying 4.5 star and kind of hope for the best. Okay. Then the other guy's here. Interesting. It says he's only 2.5 though. But he is 17. Determination's very high. Do we take a chance on him? Stay-at-home defenseman. I like that as well. Okay. Let's see this guy actually. Pick number 200. We'll have to remember that guy's name. Blow? No. Oh, maybe Blow. That's the guy that we're looking at, I think, right? Right D, left D. 48. Interesting. Another old school, but he looks a little bit better. Determination a little bit less, but I might want to take Curtin. And then another lefty here as well. Old school defenseman. Pick number 86. You know what? Let's take a chance at grab the guy that's projected early. Oh yeah, then we have a bunch of picks right off the bat. It's all defensemen. This year is definitely the defenseman year. Determination's pretty high too. I don't know if we hit on one of these guys. It should be. Really need that many forwards. Go with current ability. Gavonos looks pretty good though. Defensive read's pretty high. Agility. Even his leadership's pretty good. This guy might actually be pretty solid. No, we have so many picks, it really doesn't matter if we take a chance on this. There we go. There we go. Pick him, just so we have a center. Oh, then we have the next pick again. Blake Newman. Yeah, there's literally nobody. Oh my god, okay. Was he projected? Nowhere. Below. Sorensen. Reynolds. We do need a goalie. But they take so long to develop. Smolik. Don't want to... Oh, Harper. Is Harper good? Aggression, professionalism. He's an agitator. His fighting's not even good, so why would we even want this guy? Alright, he's pick 18. Let's see what he turns into. Paul Harper. And then... Zimmerman? Determination's pretty high. Counterattacking. 61 pick. Stats look okay. 63 points in 68 games. Counterattacking though. 6 foot. Oh, we do need best current ability. 2.0. Let's see what the scouts are saying. Dumo. They saying him 97th pick. Sure, why not? It'll probably be the last time I trust our coaches anyway, or our scouts anyways. It's kind of hard since all these players, there's nothing that's really separating them. This guy looks not bad. Quarterback. Like 176 though. This guy looks good. I'll grab this guy. Kane Wright looks good. Grab Kane Wright. And yeah, I guess we'll grab Bouchard next. Jeffries is the top player. Another defender, 46. One of these has to hit, right? Feels our defense is going to be ridiculous anyways, but we're probably just going to end up trading them eventually. This guy doesn't look too bad. Never mind, he looks terrible. Alright, we'll go with best current ability and youngest. Marchand. Temperament's good. Quarterback. Oh, he's right lefty. Yeah, let's grab Marchand. He was projected to go in the first. Peters, no, I think we looked at him. Thomas temperament, and then 59. I guess now is when we're going to end up taking shots at. He's 6'3", too. Jesus. 5th round, I think we have. This is probably our last pick then. Hollinger, no, I don't think so. 76, no. Carey, Eric Carey. Agility's good. Temperament's good. 156. Maynard. Stamina looks decent. Determination's pretty good. He's only a 1.5. Nothing. And yeah. Current ability, there's nothing. Now it's just potential. Henry Christie, 148. And this guy. I think we looked at him before. Mental's there. 23 is what he's projected. Joey Muller, no, he's 20. I didn't even know this guy was a defenseman. This guy's projected 43rd. What do they see in him? 19. He hasn't played since under 15. Am I missing something? He's 19. He hasn't played since he was 16. Whatever. It's a 5th round pick. We'll try it out. See why he's projected there. That's gonna be it. Yeah, that's definitely it. Jesus. Yeah, Christie, concussion. Jesus. All right, let's see how they're gonna rate this draft here. I don't know. There's a lot of random players. I don't even think any of the guys that we grabbed late that were projected to be in the first are going to be any standouts. Probably just going to end up having to trade them anyways. And so far, our 1st round pick was kind of disappointing, I guess. Or at least the pick that we ended up getting for Schmidt. Oh, they want to trade Rossi. Yeah, we're not on the top this year, but we will be looking to get Wiskick. Let's see what it would take to get him. Yeah, let's do it sooner rather than later. We'll just try, see what kind of trade that they would want for it. Try and make it at least a little bit realistic. They are full rebuild, it looks like, though. Okay. You know what? We have a lot of rights that are decent. They need right D. No, maybe not that high up. Fedotov, Kashik, or Kashig. Oh, he's 4.5 potential. Jesus. Okay. Who do we end up getting this one? Strad. This guy actually looks pretty. Oh, he was the first round pick from last year. Don't know who to trade for this guy. Let's do Marino, I guess. Oh shit, never mind. Looks like he has like just hidden ability. I guess this guy's a lot better than what I thought. Oh, that was the other guy that we. He's a 7th round. Okay, maybe Kapitanov. And then we'll just give away probably one of our top picks. Let's do Boston's. Boston's gonna rebuild. And then let's do. Balance offer does not mean that they're gonna do it. Give up another 5th here. Oh, okay. That works. Let's see what this guy looks like here. Yeah, I should have looked at what next year has before I even did anything. So I was about to trade away our first. This guy looks pretty good. Playmaker. So Philip Hirsch is next year's top pick. And then it's Jay Miller is number 2. This guy's okay. And then Stevenson, Lovett, Croft, Jelinek, and Rosenbaum. There's short of the top one, there's not really much to get the. We do need a right winger, so this is actually pretty perfect for us. Just don't know if we want to. Oh. Where's the depth? Yeah, currently he's pretty close. I mean, give it a year and he'll probably be good enough to start for us. Yeah, he'll probably be decent to start for us. He is a dangler though, but I just wonder what the potential is. Like I said, he was projected late. He was supposed to come to us at the very end of the round, but they grabbed him first. So Kapitanov actually is pretty sick too, though. Okay, maybe not, but his potential is. But even then, the picks that we end up doing should be good enough. So we'll just fast forward to the start of the season, see if there's any acquisitions we end up doing, and we'll kind of just see how things will play out for us. And here we are at the beginning of the season, where we are projected to finish first again. We're expected to win the Stanley Cup for the 3rd time in a row. It's been a long time coming. Since the beginning of this whole save, we weren't projected to do anything, and we were only projected to not finish last. So it's a huge, huge difference in what we were doing at the beginning of this. Just a quick look at the transactions that we ended up doing. We didn't really do too many. I just signed Cash Lanigan, but we just sent him down to the AHL just because we had a few roster spots, so we might as well have done that. And then we sent pretty much most of our rookies down. I don't think we end up doing any trades. Oh yeah, we end up getting Wiskick, the guy that we were looking at. Looks pretty good. I mean, we didn't really have to give too much up for him, but we gave up the rights of Kapitanov, a 2nd and 2 5ths there. So, I mean, he was projected to be 33rd, so we kind of want to take a closer look at him. Most likely, we're probably not going to ever end up playing him anyways. Granted, we do need someone at right wing eventually, but looks like he slots down at like our 6th or 7th best currently, so wouldn't mind taking a closer look at him. But a quick look at the lines that we end up having for this season. We have Oninger and Bednar as our goalies, and then we have Periskak, Leonard, and Terevchenko as our back. Rubrik, Celebrini, and Massar as our 3rd line. Slavkovsky, Benson, and Demidov as our 2nd. Cole Caulfield, Suzuki, and Lafreniere as our top. Will Sharp and Huang doing nice duo like they did last season. Prudhomme and Vernhoff again. That's kind of the same that we were doing last year as well. And then Viskovsky and Reinbacher. That's kind of our weaker line. I mean, if we could improve it, we would. But currently we managed to squeeze everything in and just fit around 2.5 million below expected. So that's not too bad. But we have New Jersey as our first game, and I don't know about you guys, but I am kind of terrified to start off against probably the only team that I actually fear in this whole save. I feel as though teams like Washington, Red Wings, even Sabres for that matter, I'm not too scared of, but yeah, I'm kind of terrified of New Jersey. They seem to be like our, not our kryptonite, but kind of our Achilles. I think there was a trade that I wanted to kind of look at here because it happened once again, guys. No, Landon Hughes, not Landon Hughes. Luke Hughes. Where is he? He was traded for this time a third rounder. Lacerda also is who they end up getting. Who I mean, 3-star, whatever, but they don't really need any more forwards. So it's kind of annoying, especially since we'd be willing to give up so much. And I tried to do like a ridiculous trade for him, but they wouldn't do it. And then I guess this guy as well writes to this random guy that's probably never going to end up playing. Well, it looks like he's projected to play. But, I mean, once again, we didn't get a chance, so I'm kind of annoyed by that. First game, 8-2. Who's their goalie? Because we just destroyed him. Oh, Jack Hughes is torn hip flexor, fractured cheekbone, wrist soreness. Wow, they have a bunch of people that are hurt. Okay, that's why we end up winning. That's crazy. Jack Hughes is injured. Demidov getting the first goal of the season for us. Lafreniere getting the second. Slavkovsky getting the third. Will Sharp with the fourth. And then Periskak, Massar, and then Sharp with a second. Lafreniere with a second. So everyone just, like half our team was off the board there with the 8-2 win. Puts us in a first. Not bad, not bad. And now, wow, Huang has 5 points. I didn't even see all those assists that he ended up getting. And then Benson and Huang both leading the way. I think this might be Benson's breakout year, if I'm being honest. Jesus, that guy's on waivers? Drake Murray. He looks pretty good point shooter. Jesus, why would that guy ever be on waivers? Lucas Fisher as well. Another like 2.5, 3-star point shooter there. Jesus. Okay, I can understand that guy, but they're both like Fisher's 23 and Murray's also 23. That's kind of insane for me. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't mind getting 5-4 loss shootout. I was about to say I wouldn't mind getting Bednar some looks, but looks like Cole Caulfield, Leonard getting his first goal, Lafreniere getting his third, and then Massar getting his second. Oh no, I was kind of excited. There was one thing that was very interesting. I'm going to see if it kind of pops up towards the end of the month here. But it was jersey sales. It was insane. I don't think I've ever experienced this in any save that I've had. Could be probably just because it's Toronto. Or sorry, Montreal. Wow, that's a Freudian slip, I guess. Yeah, it should send us the amount of jerseys that we end up selling. But I've never encountered this, so when we end up seeing it, it's going to be kind of shocking. But so far, 2 games in, 3 points. That's probably one of the best starts that we could ask for, but was against Washington, and they seem like a bottom feeder. Yeah, I think it's this. Yeah, we have. Oh, before it was. I swear we had. I think we had the top like 8 at the beginning of the season, but still we have Cole Caulfield, Oninger, Lafreniere, Suzuki, Huang, Benson, Sharp, and Vernhoff. And I think there's some that slot in there randomly too. I think even Ivan Kovic ended up getting it if we end up bringing him up. But that's pretty insane. I mean, out of like that's a lot of money. And obviously, yeah, staff expenses, balance, okay. Yeah, that's insane. So obviously we have a ton of money, but yeah, again, they're projecting us to win the championship, but still insane how many jerseys we end up actually selling. So far, only 2 games in. As long as we're above Toronto and we make the playoffs, that's all that we could really hope for. And I think that we can do this. I think it's going to be a little bit more comfortable this year. At least I think so. I think our majority of our team is intact, and we are excited for that. Leo Carlson, Jesus, that guy on waivers too. That's kind of insane. Was a second overall, right? Yeah, Jesus. Second overall, just getting dumped like that. It's kind of crazy. 4-3 loss. Looks like we're going to have to change something. And we lost in regulation. Kirby Doc getting his revenge against us. Prudhomme getting his first goal. Suzuki and then Bizkowski. And we have Edmonton after. I mean, we are losing against pretty bad teams, and then we end up allowing Detroit to pop up off of us. So thought we were going to start this off a little bit better than what we did, but it looks like we need to already make adjustments with our roster. But Huang and Lafreniere actually doing pretty well in terms of points, despite having less games than most of these teams. So hopefully that's an indication of where we're headed, because typically, other than I think Cole Caulfield hasn't really shown up actually. Let's do that. So it looks like there's already kind of movement there. Set. Oh yeah, it doesn't look like it changed that much. It looks like Beck's now going on, and St. Louis getting his early start here. See how good St. Louis actually is. 4-3 are four back-to-back losses. Shootout loss though, and then Celebrini, Vernhoff. So we didn't score until the third, really, back when they thought that the game was over. So that's not ideal. Yeah, 1-1 and 2 is not how we thought this was going to start. But we are facing Washington, and their only victory is against us. Granted, they've only played 2 games. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing actually to start off, but it's only really separating between one point. So yeah, I guess not 1 point, but all right. Let's see what we can do, guys. Hopefully we don't lose back to back here. 5-4 again. This is some kind of embarrassment here. How do we keep losing the same team the same way? Alright, St. Louis getting off the mark. Demidov getting his second. Cole Caulfield, I don't think has scored yet. But we will, again, play 5 more games and then kind of see where this is headed. But it looks like our backup goalie will at least get his first nod. But Benson and Lafreniere are still doing well in terms of points, but it's not translating into wins, which is far more important to me than individual statistics. But here we face Buffalo. This could be kind of make or break. And then we face Toronto right after. Jesnich out for 2 to 3 months. That's not good. Yeah, we'll do this again. Looks again like there's movement. Then we got to do something, guys. 5-3 loss again. Jesus. How many losses in a row is that? Suzuki. Still, yeah, I don't see anything. We are on a 4-game losing streak. Oof. Then we face Toronto too. But that could bump us to... Yeah, that could bump us up. I don't know. Last year was different. We had a slow start, but it didn't really seem to matter. Do that. Benner's gonna get the nod here. Looks like Demidov's the only one that's really tired. Oh, and Slavkovsky, so they've slawed them much lower. Rivalry game, guys. 3-2. There we go. So we do know what it's like to win. Okay, Huang coming off, getting his first. Lafreniere and Demidov. Cole Caulfield with his third assist, but again, this guy hasn't shown up yet for this season. So if we can do all this without him, it'll be pretty crazy once we end up really getting a go at it. But so far, even that win didn't really bump us up at all. I don't know if we might have won that in OT. I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, 7 points. I mean, there's a jump there. Okay. And then Cole Caulfield listed day to day. Jesus. Okay, so he really hasn't scored anything. Oh, he had one goal. 3 assists, 4 games. We need a lot more than that from our star. So it looks like St. Louis will get an opportunity here. 3-2. Zach Benson, I think I saw his name somewhere. Suzuki, and then Benson getting the game winner. That is golden. That's what we need. Also in the third period, so they didn't get an extra point from it. I'm gonna refuse to comment that kind of stuff. I don't like that addition to all of it. Actually, Demidov hurt now. Jesus. Now he can't catch a break. Okay. Day to day though. Alright, we'll kind of play this out. But currently 9 points, 2 games that we're going to play. And then we'll kind of see where we're slotted. But, I mean, 9 points, 8 games, not the worst look. I mean, we usually kind of go on a tear. Usually in, like, end of October to beginning of January anyway. So, this isn't really anything to us. That guy's not really worth a 4th rounder. Okay, well, Cole Caulfield looks like he's almost about ready, but it shouldn't matter there. Curious to see who gets the... Looks like Periscat gets it. 2-1, regulation 2. Looks like we stopped scoring in the third there, so we didn't score at all until the third. This is too close for us. So Vernhoff and Celebrini getting both goals. Then Huang's hurt. So now we just have everyone hurt. That is a great start. But not only are we struggling, but we are having some injury problems early on. But it looks like Pittsburgh should be our last game as long as they don't destroy us. David's out. Jeez. 1 to 2 months. So hopefully we have good news and we have at least Cole Caulfield back. I mean, it is in a couple days. But yeah, we're down our top forward, our top D man. I'm just waiting for the goalie to get hurt now. Okay. And yeah, still not back. These kind of injury things are also kind of stupid. I don't really get the yellow thing. Like the yellow, he should still be able to come back. He shouldn't be at 80%. Like it's just an arbitrary number that they just end up keeping them at. And then he's still at 80% even today. So how much of a difference is that anyways? Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Yeah, it's one of the things that kind of annoyed me about last year that didn't really change. So we end up losing 6-4, so you know how it goes. We'll play until we win. Hopefully it's going to be sooner rather than later, not anyone else is hurt. But we currently sit in 4th place, probably in a wild card spot, but it looks like these guys have extra games to play, so looks like, yeah, well, looks like we're just on the outside looking in. But we are getting our players coming back, and we have Pittsburgh once again. Why do we want Pittsburgh twice in a row? It feels though last year our schedule was very difficult. At least early on it was. It doesn't look like Onninger's really showed up that much. So we end up getting the win here. Cole Caulfield finally coming back, getting a second. And then Sharp, Suzuki, and Spencer Gill also coming off the mark. So we'll end up playing probably until the trade deadline. See if there's any movement that we end up having from there. And then, yeah, then we'll probably finish off the season. Hopefully we're in a playoff spot at that point. But currently we are, well, we're in third there. In the league, we're in seventh. So it looks like oh no. No, that's the whole league. Okay. So looks like East is killing it though. Buffalo, Ottawa, Carolina, us. I guess I saw something a little bit different. So currently top 3 spot there, but it's within a win there that we could get knocked out. I guess a little bit more than that. To win now, rebuild, 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 rebuild. Okay, so geez, a lot of the teams are on a rebuild that are ahead of us. So at least that's promising that we should be able to at least beat them throughout the rest of the season. But we'll take a quick look at how well their players are doing. So Lafreniere currently leading the way with 13 points. Benson in second with 12. Sharp with 10. Suzuki with 10. Slafkovsky with 10. And then Cole Caulfield doing a little bit less than what I would have expected. Huang as well is doing a little bit less than I would have expected. Skowski is doing way better than what I would have thought. Vernhoff doing a little bit worse. Rubric not really bouncing back from the start of that season. Doesn't look like he's projected to do much better. And then, yeah, looks like Demidov's off to a kind of a slow start, and same with Celebrini. So I don't really want to have to make any massive decisions at the end of the season, but it doesn't look like it's really starting off that strong. Bednar had a great game, so we might want to look to include him a little bit more to take the weight off of Ottinger. So let's jump to the trade deadline. Jump to the trade deadline, and we are currently in second in the Atlantic. Furthermore, we are currently in third in the whole NHL, so not that bad after a rocky start that we didn't kind of know where we were going. So this is a great indication of how well we're doing. Just the 235 goals for against, the 170 against. That's huge for us. We're top 3 in terms of that as well. So that's just massive. And then in terms of obviously wild card, we're in second, but I mean Toronto's like 20 points away. So we're closer at getting first, possibly in like the whole league, than we are at even finishing third in our division. So I mean it would have to be like the most epic destruction ever. But looking at even Ottinger, currently with 36 wins in 56 games with 13 losses, even a 922 save percentage is huge. It's back to like old form. Crazy what will happen when you end up putting like a very good team in front of him. And even just the 6 losses in overtime are pretty big. That's one thing that we end up doing more this year than we've done before. If only we would have half those wins, it wouldn't even be close. But just to look at let's look at the transactions. Actually, we did have a couple trade line deadline moves that we ended up doing, and I mean the first one that we ended up doing was Lambeau. We ended up getting this guy. We ended up having to give a pretty penny for him though. We ended up having to give up first this year and first next year, and McIsaac and Gryden, and I mean Lambeau's. We then extended him as well, but we might have to. This might be just a one and done, anyways. I don't know if we can really afford him. That $6 million in the cap is going to be pretty difficult next year. I mean, $3 million more in forwards, and then we have $6 million more in defense, and then we also have to extend them as well. But we did make it at least a little bit easier to kind of make that decision by getting rid of one of our long-serving players, Reinbacher. We ended up getting rid of him for a first. New Jersey Devils wanted him, but unfortunately, yeah, we just had to say goodbye to him. We weren't really utilizing him properly this year, anyways. He was kind of mishmash, and then we had the opportunity of bringing in a lefty. As you can see, our strengths are at every single position. So, I mean, that's huge. And we were win urgently as well, which was pretty much what our owner ended up saying. He said, if you can sacrifice this year for every other year, do it. I guess they really want the 3 straight cups, which, I mean, I do too. Who are we kidding, really? But an indication of how well we're doing. Suzuki, point per game, almost 59 and 62. Cole Caulfield with 58 and 57. He's been banged up a couple times. Demidov now showing his worth for us. 55 and 59. That is huge. I think he's slotting on the top line as well. Slafkovsky doing what he does. He's on par to kind of make what he does normally, with around 64 points projected, but he's doing 49 at the moment. And then Benson, I mean, I'm hoping that he kind of goes on a tear towards the end, because he's having a little bit worse of a year this year than what he did last year, but still 60 points in 79 games is still pretty respectable. Lambus, who we just ended up getting, was doing well before he came to us, 43 points in 58 games, and then he played the 2 games for us with a plus-minus of 4, which is the best part. Will Sharp as well, I think we ended up slotting him down a role a little bit, which is kind of unfortunate because the pairing was pretty good, but I mean, we have to make changes to make sure this team does what it has to. Lafreniere, who might be a casualty next year, is on point to have 50 points this year as well. Huang, who should do pretty well with Lambos, I believe. 39 points in 60 games. He's now a 4-star. Vernhoff, 3.5-star. 34 points in 62 games. Not as good as what he's had in the past, but still 44 is pretty good for a defenseman. And then Prudhomme, I think, ends up getting brought down a little bit. He was projected to have a career year anyways for us, since I think this is his 3rd year up for us. Massar, I mean, he might even be a casualty as well, because he's not necessarily delivering what 4.5 would probably call for. I think he had a good year last year, but still, we might have to. He might be a casualty as well, just because we have so much depth in this team. The current lines, though, are, I think Ottinger's there, but we'll end up resetting it anyways. Actually, let's do that now. Allow the assistant to do it. And then set roles as well. So you see St. Louis now getting a chance at the bottom 6 role. Periskak and Toropchenko also getting a look there. And then the third line is Rubric, Celebrini, Massar, Lafreniere, Benson, and Slafkovsky as their second. Then Cole Caulfield, Suzuki, and Demidov. I really like that top line. I think that's pretty crazy. The only thing that I would have loved a little bit better is if Benson was on there as well. But if you look at kind of even just the chemistry, it's pretty good. I think Cole Caulfield has, legendary with Lafreniere, Benson, Suzuki, Gallagher, and Monahan aren't here anymore. And then we have Lambos with Huang, Sharp with Vernhoff, and Prudhomme with Janacek. Who was our other? I'm trying to remember what our other right D was. Oh, I guess it was. I didn't realize it. I guess it was Reinbacher. I don't know why I thought someone else was covering for him. I guess Spencer Gill I thought was covering for him for the most part, but yeah, that kind of sucks, I guess, that we got rid of our last right D there, but still, we have probably 2 of the top in the leagues. But with our picks, we have our pick still, we have New Jerseys now once we got rid of ours, so it kind of made sense. Our pick was kind of trash, and we gave up ours for next year as well. So we just have the 2 second-rounders there, which, I mean, let's be honest, is pretty much going to be a second-rounder anyways for us. St. Louis still projected to be a 5-star there. And Stratton having a good year as well. Let's look at our AHL team, see how well they're doing. They are 33, 14, and 5 with 71 points. I'm pretty sure that should be first place. Yeah, they're first place and it's not even close. So, yeah, so definitely looks good for us in the future. I think even our ECHL team is doing well too. Let's look at their stats to see who we might be eyeing for next year. Hopkins 53. Even Zachary Morin is doing pretty well. They're 3 stars. Like they could be playing on NHL teams. We could literally get rid of half these players for probably first round picks if we really wanted to. But that's crazy. And then we'll look at our ECHL team. They're 33, 17, and 5, which would make them in first place also in the division, and it's not even close. Jesus. So high hopes for us, at least in terms of the future. We'll see how well we fare, at least with them. First loss for you guys to see is an overtime loss, which isn't a good start. Lambo's getting his first goal with us, though, so at least that's good. But then we have the back-to-back against... I find we always lose. We always go to overtime, and we either win or we end up losing on back-to-back games. It's like clockwork. It's always within 1 point. I don't know why it's designed that way, but it seems to happen so often. Just like anytime that there's an injury, we typically lose. So it just doesn't really set it properly. 9-4 against Dallas. That is 2 back-to-back losses. That is not the idea that we had. we had a chance of getting first place, and now it looks like it's slipping right through our fingers. Edmonton with 42 wins, and they have 2 extra games than us, so it doesn't look like we're going to even be able to catch them. Which is kind of disappointing. We'll play against Calgary, and then we'll jump to the end of the season. Hopefully our team can shake this off and actually start winning. Because I think we're doing well beforehand. Loss, win, win, yeah. Loss, win, 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 loss, win, loss. 4-1, okay. At least we had that. Lafreniere, Beck, Massar with 2. I think he heard me talk smack about him. But let's jump to the end of the season now. To the end of the season, and we finish first in our division. Not only first in our division, but first in the whole NHL. We managed to squeak past Buffalo Sabres. They were a couple points ahead of us when you last looked at us. And we managed to just squeeze right through, just a couple points kind of saving us. But I think it was our goals for and our slight goal against difference that managed to do it towards the end of it. But it's crazy, yeah. Just 20 points difference, but in the end, only 2 points. So basically that 1 win, the couple extra overtime losses, then regulation kind of saved it for us. But just a quick look at how well our team ended up doing. We have Demidov, who managed to get 84 points in 79 games. He led our team. That's the first time he's led our team, and he's only 24. So, I mean, he could be our right winger for the future. We were waiting for one, and maybe after watching kind of Lafreniere's drop off a little bit, we might know we're in good hands with Demidov at the top. And then you have Suzuki with 83 points in 82 games. I think that's also his career. That might be his best of his career, yeah. 83 points. He hasn't done that since the OHL. That's insane. 68 grade 2, which is huge for us. And then you have Cole Caulfield with 81 points in 77 games. A little bit less impressive than last year, but still, point per game is always good. And then Slakowski managed to kind of turn around a little bit and get the same as he's done over the last couple of years. Not bad for a second liner. 63 points, but his 44 assists were huge. Benson doing a little bit worse than last year, but 60 and 80 games is still huge. And his grade's just getting a little bit better every year, so he's just getting more and more familiar with it. Eventually, he'll probably be our top center for us. Hopefully, but looks like between him and Suzuki it's pretty much the same. Lambos was pretty huge for us. 70 or 77 grade before, but 65 with us, and then even just the 13 points in 20 games. that's definitely the push that we end up getting to edge out at the end of the season. Will Sharp with 54 points, also huge. He did, yeah, this is the best year that he ended up having as well. Stayed healthy for the whole year too. That's huge. 54 points for Huang. He ended up doing better than he did last year, but not as good as he did 2 years ago. And then Lafreniere kind of averaging out 28. I mean, he still managed to turn his career around. I mean, with spent at least 5 or 6 years with us. I mean, he's been doing pretty good for us. It will be a shame if we end up having to see him go, but cap restrictions are a thing. So if we didn't have so many good players on our team, then we would definitely want to keep him for the whole series. Because I mean, I kind of have a soft spot for the guy. Vernhoff with 50 points in 82 games. Massar 37 in 79. Massar might also be a guy that we have to say bye to. Just ends up adding more space for everyone else. Celebrini doing as well. Let's take a look at our goalies. Oninger, he played 74 games. That's crazy. 47 wins though, almost got 50. He had most of our wins. I think we had 50 wins, and then just the 4 for Bednar. But still, Bednar was still pretty good for us. Doesn't cost us that much. 900 save percentage is pretty good, but his 921 for Oninger is just massive. He ended up leading top of the league. Hopefully, he better get the Vezina. If he doesn't get the Vezina this year, it's going to be insane. I'm going to be pissed. I think, yeah, nominees, we'll see what they end up saying for that. See if this is the first year we actually get nominated for things. Typically, we don't. And I'm not even sure who we face. I don't really care. It's probably going to be Pittsburgh or something like that. All right, let's see. Wow, okay. All right, for the Hart, none of our players. Okay, first one, nothing. Carter Hart is probably going to win it now. But Jake Oninger, at least honorable mention. And then Alex Huang for Norris, that would be good. Ryan Lynn, yeah, none of our players. Barlow, no. Selke, no. Then Cole Caulfield for the Lady Bing, that'd be good. I think he won it before. Mark Messier, nothing. Ted Lindsay, nothing. The Jack Adams, nothing as well. What? Why wouldn't we get it though? We finished the top team, but they're going to deny us of this. How ridiculous is that? We finished the best team in pretty much every metric. 32, 6, and 3 at home. Jesus, our away record is terrible. We won pretty much every metric, and they're not even going to nominate us for it. That seems insane. Jesus, that's disrespectful. Now we have to win the playoffs. I will accept nothing less. Yeah, we got Pittsburgh there. So let's see who and let's also follow our picks. Let's see where our picks end up lying as well. Standings, total standings. Well, good news first is none of our picks made the playoffs. So none of our first rounders that we're getting for this year's draft made the playoffs. But yeah, we're facing Pittsburgh first, Toronto and Buffalo. Obviously, Buffalo's going to win that one. Rangers should win that one, and then Philly's going to win that one for sure. Carter Hart's going to destroy them. Edmonton for sure is going to win. Seattle as well. Winnipeg, and then probably Colorado. I don't think any of the other teams have a chance. I think every team that finished higher is probably going to win. Let's do league, yeah. Calgary just missed it, so their pick's not going to be that good, but Jersey's is bottom 5. Why do they want Reinbacher so bad if they were going to shut the bed that bad? I mean, we could have, even if they sucked a little bit more, we would have been able to get like a top 3 pick, but still, it's insane. Good, no injuries. Should be good. Let's, you know what? AI setup organization, see what they end up doing with that. But St. Louis at the bottom. Beck, Periskak. Alright. Lambos, Prudhomme, and Janusek. All right, hopefully we can manage to secure this. I don't want to get the curse of winning everything and then losing first round. So throughout the year, 6-4 loss, 4-2 win, and 5-2 win. So 2 out of 3 we've won, and then now we end up winning this one as well. Demonov getting the first goal, Cole Caulfield showing up in the playoffs as well. Did we just win? Who got the other one? Oh, Lafreniere as well, shorthanded. Crazy. I just want it over with. Hopefully no injuries too. Injuries have been just terrible for us. And it still annoys me the fact that I have to go to the roster to be able to see whether or not someone's injured or not. It doesn't send it to me right away. 4-2 next win. So we're leading 2-0. Prudhomme, Cole Caulfield, Prudhomme again, and then St. Louis getting the other one. So far everything else is tied. And then Buffalo's winning 2-0, Philly's winning 2-0, Anaheim's winning 2-0. Geez, so there's not much to be said about them. See if we can win at least one away. 5-4. There we go. Not even in overtime. Suzuki getting his first 2. Lafreniere and Demonov showing up as well, and then Periscat getting the winner at the end. Crazy. 2-1 Dallas. Columbus. 3-0 for Buffalo. Oh, 2-1 for Buffalo. Sorry, I thought it was 3-0. All right, let's see if we can get the sweep, and we do. Oh my God! Thank God we don't get kicked out of the first round. That would really suck. Winning the Presidents and then losing first round. Benson getting 2, Demidov getting 1, I think, and then Sharp getting 2. Crazy. 4-0 for us. Columbus, and then Dallas 3-1, and Arizona 3-1. Kraken's gonna get knocked out. Jesus. Arizona's deadly. I would have thought they would have done a little bit better. See if there's anything of note. Logan Quinn doing a little bit better there. Demonov getting 1 extra shooting range. Even his stats are just disgusting. Huang getting determination as if he doesn't need any more, but we'll always accept that. He just looks like an absolute stud. Genther I was almost going to get rid of too, but they wanted first round picks for him, so I was kind of hesitant to actually let him go. Mason St. Louis can slot in left and right. The lefty. Might have to remember that. Carlson? Oh, this guy that we sent away, I think. And nothing else really kind of standing out. And then, we're leading the league in jersey sales. Hannafin's the only one that ends up having more than us. And then who are we going to play? It looks like we're probably going to play... Well, we're probably going to play Toronto, or... It would be better if we faced Toronto, actually. It'd be kind of fun. I kind of forgot that Toronto even made it, to be honest. Player of the month, okay. Jake Ottinger getting it as well. It says stellar wins towards the end. You know what? Kessel played on our team. We're going to have to do that. We just have to do it. I think... Oh, no, Brian Bellows isn't on our team either. Okay, so Dallas ends up knocking out Colorado. That's crazy. Toronto's leading 3-2. Jesus. Columbus ends up winning as well. Arizona knocks out Kraken. 3-3. If Rangers would be the better one that we want to lose. Rangers win. Toronto win. Oh my God, it's going to be a showdown. Holy crap. This is going to be crazy. Alright. Allow our AI to set up organization and then see how well we end up doing against Toronto. I don't even know how we did regular season with them. So we won... Oh no, we lost 4-1, 1-3-2, 1-7-1, 1-4-1, 1-7-1. So this should be straightforward. We should win this. 5-4, making it look much more difficult than it needs to be. Benson, Cole Caulfield getting 2, Demidov getting 2 as well. Yeah, we don't want to piss them off during the playoffs. 1-0 Chicago, and 1-0 Philly, and 1-0 Anaheim. Jesus, okay. See if we can get game 2 here. 5-1 there, let's go. Benson, Sikorsky, Lafreniere, Suzuki, then Leonard getting it, and then Lafreniere and Cole Caulfield. Okay, let's see if we can win in Toronto. So Chicago winning 2-0, Philly winning 2-0, and then Arizona tying it up as well. Let's see if we can win in Toronto. 6-2. Oh my god, are we going to get back-to-back sweeps? Torchenko, St. Louis getting a short-handed, jeez. And then Huang, Cole Caulfield, and Lafreniere getting those goals. 2-1 for Chicago. Let's get the sweep. Let's get back-to-back sweeps. This will be big for us. Oh my god, someone's injured. Celebrini. Corneal abrasion, seriously? Day-to-day too. Alright, we'll have AI setup organization. Hopefully it's not going to hurt us too much. See if we can get the sweep here. 5-3, back-to-back sweeps. That's what's up. Philip Massar getting the first goal. Lafreniere, Cole Caulfield, Slavkovsky, and Will Sharp getting the other ones. Quick look. I think we're going to end up facing Philly here. Philly's leading 3-0. So it's going to be us against Philly. And then probably, I think Chicago. I think Ducks come back. Nope, never mind. Or no, yeah. So 3-1, and then, oh no, Arizona 3-1 as well. So we face Philly. Crazy. Hopefully Celebrini's back soon. Chicago's 3-2. And then 4-1 Arizona. I thought Ducks were going to be able to come back, but I guess not. Then Chicago 4-2. If we get 3 back or 3 straight, that'd be crazy. So that's our second. How do we do against them regular season? They beat us, we beat them, they beat us. So they have a better record against us. That's crazy. 5-2 first game. Huang, Suzuki again, Cole Caulfield, and then Suzuki. So Suzuki got a hat trick, right? Yeah, Suzuki got a hat trick. Jesus. Just when I thought he was getting worse. So 5-2 first game. Arizona's leading 1-0. Could be crazy to face Arizona in the finals. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I guess Bedard would probably be the better one for ticket sales. 4-2 the next win. Porchenko, Philip Massar, Rubrik getting his first, and then Slavkovsky getting his second. So 2-0. Series tied. I feel as though it has to. It's gonna be Chicago. There's no way it's not. 5-3 loss. So again, we're shit at home or shit away. St. Louis and Slavkovsky getting 2 now, but then we still end up losing. So 2-1. Hopefully we can win this other one. 2-1 for Arizona as well. I mean, 3 straight Cup finals would be insane. Oh, let's. I think Demidov should, or yeah, Celebrini should be back. Yeah, and he's back to full health. So maybe that's what we were missing for the last game. 5-1, definitely. Misa, and then from them, and then we end up getting Leonard's, St. Louis, Slavkovsky twice, and then Celebrini. Yeah, we definitely need Celebrini at the end. So 3-1 for us. It's probably going to be 2-2. Yep. It's going to be Chicago. I'll put money on it, Chicago. See if we can win at home, guys. 2-1 loss. That is not how... Overtime loss, too. And then Rubrik is the only goal, and then Oliver Bonk. Didn't Radek Bonk used to play for Toronto, or for Montreal? That kind of sucks. Chicago leads. Yep, told you. It's going to be Bedard and us, the finals. That's how it has to be. All right, let's see if we can win this one. It's going to Game 7, guys. I really hope that we manage to win this. It would really suck. I really want to face Bedard in the final. Top selling jerseys. Now let's take a look at these. Beckett Hamilton will probably have to sign this offseason. He didn't do too well this year in NCAA, but 'tis life, I guess. And Demidov's bravery getting up there. Alright, we're going to have a team meeting here. Cole Caulfield, #1 sales. Yeah, we're leading the way. It's crazy. Alright, AI setup organization. Oh no, we'll do it at the end, actually. And then, yeah, so it is. I knew it's going to be us against Bedard, for sure. Carey Price, obviously, come on. Bill Kessler, because he played for us. I think, no. I want to say Burns, but I kind of don't want to. We'll go with probably Quick. I guess Burns as well, yeah. Burnsy. Alright, let's redo the AI setup organization. So Owen Beck gets taken off there. Come on, guys. Let's win at home. 3-2. Oh my god, I thought we were going to lose. And then who's our savior? Rubric, Suzuki, and then Prudhomme. Prudhomme managing to secure it for us. Suzuki and Cole Caulfield both have 10 assists. Take a quick look at how well our team's doing in the playoffs. Cole Caulfield with 18 points, Suzuki with 18 points, Demidov with 14, Sikorsky with 11, St. Louis with 11, Prudhomme with 11, and Huang with 11. Benson and Verenhoff with 10. And then everyone else is kind of serviceable, so even Beck is getting 1 point there. But that's crazy. So we're going to face Bedard. Oh, disappointing. So I am kind of excited, but if we can win 3 straight, then I don't even know what to do with this anymore. I think this will have to be the last series for sure, and then we'll do probably like 5 years in the future. Because if we win 3 straight, there's nothing we can do. All right, regular season 3-2, 5-2. So we've beat them every single time. We should dominate this. 5-4 first game. Again, making it harder than what it needs to be. Periskak, Cole Caulfield, and Huang getting the first goals in the first period. Rubric and Verenhoff getting it in second and third. So we're leading 1-0. Hopefully no injuries. I think I spoke too soon. We'll do AI setup organization again. 4-2 win. There we go. Connor Bedard getting his 15th. Jesus. So Benson and Cole Caulfield getting the nod there. See if we can get them at Chicago. If we can get at least one of these in Chicago, it'll be huge for us. 4-1. Oh my God! It's Suzuki, St. Louis, Suzuki, and Benson. Oh my God! If we can get it again, I'd rather get it away than at home. All right, let's see if we can sweep them. We do not. Geez, 3-1. They are resilient. That just means we get to win at home. All right, Benson and getting 2, and then Genesich. They just want more stats. AI setup organization. Let's win at home, guys. And we don't. Oh my God, are they going to come back on us? 3-2 overtime loss. This isn't good. 3-2 loss here and 3-2 series lead here. I don't understand how you can go from being up that much though. All right, let's see if we can win it away. 4-3. That is 3 in a row. So I think it's safe to say that we have successfully rebuilt this team. We win 4-2. That's our third straight. Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Jake Oettinger got our 27th. And yeah, we last won last year. And then the game-winning goal was by Cole Caulfield. That's just insane. Take a look at how well we actually did in the playoffs. Oh, that's regular season. Playoffs, oh my God, 26 in 21, 23 in 21. Benson with 16. I think it was just because we managed to, most of our guys were healthy for throughout. Even Leonard ended up getting 12 and 16. That is huge. And then goalie-wise, 16 wins, 3 losses. Save percentage 918, 2.64 goals against. I think that's gonna have to be the series though. We're gonna probably do a flash in 5 years or something, but I mean, winning 3 straight. Yeah, winning 3 straight. I don't know when the last time that was done, but 3 straight championships. Safe to say we have successfully rebuilt Montreal. But we're gonna try and do like a flash forward or fast forward in 5 years. Do everything off camera and then kind of come back and see how well we were managing to do with that. See how well we've managed to do. And we managed to at least end this. So in 579, we had 297 and 242. Let's look at our draft as well. That was our first draft here. So Oremba ends up being number 1. Perek number 2, and then immediately after is Demidov with 262, so or 260 and 388. So all all relatively pretty close. So he was definitely a top 3 pick. And then I think all the way at the bottom is Celebrini with 147 and 323. So he didn't nearly have as good of a career as Demidov, but when we fast forward, we'll take a look at every guy that we end up having as we first started, or as we first drafted, and anyone that we drafted in the past, and see how well they end up faring in the future. But this has been a great series. I didn't think we would win 3 straight, but we ended up going all in for this season. And I know it'd be interesting to see how the cap kind of works out in the future, but we'll see who's still left on our team in the next 5 years when we end up rebuilding. But thanks everyone for watching, and until next time.